Let's go down page 79 for a minute. These are all the negative things about a credit union I could tell a consumer. What rights and legal remedies does the credit union contract give to the credit union customer? Many of the credit union contracts I have seen have phrases like, "We reserve the right to declare this loan in jeopardy if we deem our collateral to be, or security interest to be in jeopardy." In other words, they can declare this contract to be repossessible if they deem that this contract is in jeopardy. And that's up to their discretion. Now, my dealership offers confidential loan arrangements. The credit union is reviewed by a board of your fellow workers. People that work with you have access to your personal information. A credit union is reviewed by a board of people you work for, and people on that board have access to your personal information. You know, me personally, I've got no intrigues. I don't care that you didn't pay your child support. I don't care what happened. But there are people that work with you that might actually use that against you. I have confidential loan arrangements. A credit union cannot guarantee you confidentiality when people that work with you are on the board reviewing your credit. A credit union is not owned by the parent company. How many times have I had somebody say, "Well, Mr. Ziegler, I work for Lockheed Aircraft, and I want to finance with Lockheed Credit Union so I can help Lockheed." Sir, you're not helping Lockheed by financing with that credit union. That payroll deduction is a nuisance. You see, a credit union just like your labor union. Well, Lockheed Aircraft owns my credit union. No, they don't. Now, what union do you have out there that does your labor union? We got the Aerospace Workers Union, UAW. Okay, you got the UAW out there. Not the UAW, what is it? National Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. We got the National Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. You do, okay. Does Lockheed own your union? No, they don't own my union. Okay, they don't own your labor union. They don't own your credit union. They don't own any of your unions. Your union is a nuisance. If you want to help Lockheed, shut your credit union down. They have to hire additional employees to do your payroll deduction and all the things that they have to do for you. You're not helping the parent company, because a lot of people believe that their company owns their credit union. I used to deal with Coca-Cola employees all the time. Oh, Coca-Cola credit union is owned by Coca-Cola. No, it's not. They're not allowed to commingle one nickel. Not allowed to. Now, one thing, have you ever had a customer come in with a credit union and tell you they could get a certain interest rate and then they didn't get it when they went down there? You ever have that happen? Credit unions also have tier levels. They operate the same way we do. And I'm going to tell you what, a lot of credit unions bait and switch their customers like you wouldn't believe. Do you realize if you Google it up, there's a number of credit unions right now offering 108-month financing? 108-month financing. 9-year financing on $50,000 cars. Absolutely phenomenal. Credit unions have powers of attorney. But the only thing that really gets me about a credit union, I'm going to get off this subject in a second, is credit unions have the right to accelerate the loan. This is in the credit union charter, the credit union laws. We reserve the right to change the term or rate of this contract by written notice to you. By written notice to you, they can change the number of months of the loan or the interest rate. So get this, I mean, if the economy goes a little south, they can make that 60-month loan overnight. They can turn it into a 30-month loan. Double your payments. If they got payroll deductions like the Roach Motel. You can check in, but you can't check out. Once you sign up for payroll deduction, signing out of it is a default. And if you change jobs or move out of state, the loan's due and payable immediately. You follow what I'm saying? So credit unions, they've got their drawbacks, but I really don't like to use these things because credit unions are formidable enemies if you make an enemy out of one. Would you agree? We're about to come into the favorite part of this seminar. I'm about to come into page 82. The Consumer Credit Counseling Interview. I love this part of the seminar. Throughout my F&I career, I always said my ability to work the lenders, my ability to get deals done was my strongest skill. My strongest skill was always my ability to work the lenders and the ability to get the best callback, the least conditions. Is everybody familiar with the 4 C's of credit? Let's talk about the 4 C's of credit for just a moment here. What's the number one reason deals are rejected? What's the number one reason that loans are turned down? Starts with a C. What? Credit? Nope, credit is number 2. Credit history.
Collections.
Collateral's number 3. Character's number 4. The number one reason deals are turned down, capacity. Did I spell that? No, I didn't. I'm not good at finger writing yet. Capacity. Now, capacity comes in 2 parts. Capacity comes in income versus debt load. Now, debt load is the number one reason deals are turned down. The customer owes more percentage of their income than they can afford. Debt load, they got too much of their money committed. Now, you got to remember that when lenders do debt load, they don't want to see more than 40% debt load. But unfortunately, that's 40% of 75%. They usually take 25% off for taxes and fixed expenses before they even start computing debt load. So when they say they don't want to see a debt load, usually around 40%, that's 40% of 75% of gross income. So capacity, debt load versus income. Debt load, number one reason deals are turned down. Now, credit history, bad debts, write-offs, repossessions, we know what bad credit is. Collateral comes in 2 parts. Cash versus equity. If debt load is the number one reason deals are turned down, cash is the number one reason deals are approved. When I was working with Ford, I found out that they gave more points for cash in deal than any other part of their scoring net on the scoring system. Cash added 28 points to an approval. So cash adds more points, whether it's Ally Financial, whether it's Wells Fargo Bank, no matter who it is, real cash from the consumer adds more points to the approval. Debt load takes away more points. Now, a lot of this is pre-computed today in the FICO score. And one thing about the FICO score that I appreciate is it gives me the ability to do the rate to risk disclosure. As of 2012, we are required to discuss the customer's credit score with them as part of the delivery process, right? Yeah. What a great lead-in to the credit interview. Now, character is basically going to be in two parts as well.